Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. There's kindness everywhere. I saw it the other day. It, I was picking up a prescription at the drive-through. Very windy. The salesperson put my receipt in the cage, the plastic basket, all by itself. Sent it out. The wind came by, picked up the receipt, sent it flying. Well, in those drive-throughs, you don't have much room. A person had just pulled up behind me, and I was going to go around, turn around, and go back and pick the receipt up. But she got out of her car, walked back quite a while, quite a ways, and picked the receipt up. I had just enough room to barely get my hand around to, reach for the receipt that she came by with, handed me the receipt, just out of the kindness of her heart. The reason she's in the drive-through is so she doesn't have to get out in the cold, and it was 34 degrees out that day. Very windy, in a sweater. Kindness for a receipt. People have this ability in their hearts, in their minds, in their souls, in their spirit. It's there. But what happens to it is my question. Why cannot it not be the primary motivation? What is the attraction that we have today from so many people to a loudmouth blowhard who sends social media commentary on an Oscar night, criticizing the host, who then uses it against him because, and then these comedians are quick on their feet. They don't mince words. And it's just incredible to me that that's the kind of person that is desired. Authoritarian, a person who wants to rule, who wants to dominate. Why do people want that? You think that the social fabric is going to change because a guy like that is in power? He has no policy. All he wants to do is cut. All he did in his last term was just, give benefits to the rich and powerful, increase the deficit, things that people whine about all the time. They don't understand it. All they see is money at their, out putting money here and there because of inflation and other factors, which has been going up for every bloody administration in the world since World War One and before that even. But, these are factors that people just do not understand, and yet they want to believe in a guy like that. I don't understand it. There's no policy, no nothing. He just says, I want to tear down, and the people that follow him say, I want to tear down. And the other people who vote for him or whatever say, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's tear it down, see what happens. What price freedom? I don't get it. But I do get the kindness. I do see that in people. They do have it. It's just not the dominant factor in a lot of people. People talk about it, people pray about it, people sense it all the time. But it's not elevating itself to the higher priority, and that's character. They just don't give a damn, apparently. All you have to do is listen to this guy for 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes, and you know what kind of person he is. I've said it before and I say it again. I'm sorry that some of these clips have to be directed at political issues, and it's not even political, it's character issues. Forget the politics. It's just character. Character, character, character. It means something. But don't what can you say? Don't be confused by the rhetoric. Well, people have been confused by the rhetoric for years and years and years. That's what, you know, and, when people say things about Hitler, for example, was he a bad guy? Yeah. Did he have an intellect? Yes. Was he an intelligent dictator? Was he an intelligent manager of propaganda? Was he a charismatic person? Yes. Did he change things for Germany before World War II? Yes. Did he change things for Germany after World War II? Yes. Was his policy good? No. Everybody knows that. That doesn't make him an unintelligent, unintellectual. He had evidence of a fine mind, an ability to see, ability to understand. But what did he do with it? That's the question. Everybody has good purposes. Stalin the same way. 25 million people killed, and the Russians still like the guy. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand that kind of thinking at all. It's just beyond me. People that just say things, let's just tear this down or let's just do this, and people follow it because the person's a loudmouth, boisterous, says it constantly. Repeat, 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 and people are just going to believe it, I guess. Because there's no evidence at all. There's never been any evidence about any of the things he's done except what he didn't do in his 4 years in power. It's obvious what he didn't do. He didn't do anything. He just mouthed about things and cut things. And, people can point to executive orders and things like that, of course. But the things he said he was going to do, build a wall, what wall? Let Mexico pay for it, then changes the tune. And people believe that because they want to believe that this guy's their savior. I don't understand that. But I see the kindness in people. That woman that just ran out of her car to get a receipt for an elderly guy. I don't even know she knew I was elderly because she couldn't really see me. She just saw the receipt fly. But it was a decent thing to do. It shows the character of people. It shows what they want to be. Well, that's what we want to have a society to reflect. Our society needs to reflect that, not this anger, not this demand, not this control, but decency and honor and respect. Are we all going to agree? Of course not. But that kindness is there, that generosity is there, that agape is there. Let us use it to our benefit. Don't be afraid of it. It is a strength, not a weakness. It's a strength. Don't be afraid of it. Use it. Am I a good example of it? I cannot tell you that. I have my flaws. I know my flaws, or some of them, I guess. But they're there. I don't paint them over or try to cover them up or whatever. They're there. I don't talk about them. I don't, exploit them or use them or whatever. I don't even know how to do that. I am not a Donald Trump. I don't know how to manipulate people. I don't understand the manifestations of words in people's heads. I don't get it. I see it happen, but I don't understand it. I can't relate to it. Advertising, the crap that you see on the television, the stuff that you hear, it's everywhere. It's not good. Much of it is just not good. It leads people down a path that is filled with potential trauma. Not that the old ways are better. That's not the point. There's no old way. There's a way to goodness and decency and honor and integrity and charity. Agape. Respect. Respect each other. You're never going to have find the people that are going to do it, but you're never going to find the one person. And anybody who believes that Mr. Trump is a savior is sent by God, well, I I just feel for them. That he is not. He isn't. He's not a King David. You can use all the past analogies and references you want. He is not one. He has shown no holiness. He has shown no empathy. He has not created psalms or sang songs of sorrow. He said he couldn't. He hasn't done anything wrong to be forgiven. David did. He knew he did wrong. He wanted forgiveness. He knew he was a flawed man. Don't use David as an analogy to Trump, ever. He is not. Anyway, I just had to voice that because this woman's actions showed, again, bring about the idea in my mind that kindness and decency is in us all. I don't always get out and get the receipt for another person, but I know the value of it. I know the value of it. And that's important. Know the value. Act on the value. Be a decent human being. Get people into Congress who make the laws that are going to be decent as best as you can. Nobody has a magic formula, but you don't want just some authoritarian dictator guy who just wants to rule, who elevates people like the butcher of Putin and Kim Jong-un. Why on earth would you want that? To elevate, to control you? No. Who the heck wants that? Some people do, apparently. I certainly don't. Find out policies. You can be a conservative all you want, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what liberal means or progressive. I think they're empty descriptive words. Be a good person. Good person. That's really all it takes. And vote for those who give goodness, who strive for goodness. You need strength in this world. There's a lot of bad people out there. You need strength to counter it. It's not just turn the other cheek stuff, because it's not going to happen. The Ukraine would be no more if it was turned the other cheek. Israel would be no more if it was turned the other cheek. They wouldn't be there. Don't underestimate the need for strength and power. It's critical. But the underlying value that people have of quality, of decency, of respect can almost eliminate the need for war. And we need enforcers. Of course we do. That's why you have an executive branch. But don't believe in this stuff just because somebody says a sentence with no backup, with nothing, like cuts to Medicare, cuts to Social Security. Is there a better place? Can it be managed better? Of course it can. All government agencies can be managed better. They're huge. Huge. Billions of dollars go into this stuff. Does it need character? Yes. Does it need oversight? Yes. But does it need an oversight of a Mr. Trump who takes emoluments from other people, other countries, uses them, whose family hasn't been enriched by them? No, of course not. And this Hunter Biden thing, come on, give me a break. It's just ridiculous. Do people fail? Of course. Was he an addict? He says he was. Of course. Do addicts act rationally? No. They're addicts. But he's overcome that. Give credit where credit is due. Honor people for their sacrifice, for their efforts. Honor Biden for his love of his son. He's lost. He has lost sons. He has lost family. He knows what the sorrow is. I don't understand it. I don't understand what the attraction is. But kindness is there in us all. Be aware. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, you want to subscribe, please do. Hit the like button for whatever the thing does, and comment. Make your comments clear and known. And again, it's not just for those who read it, because people do read it. My viewership is small, but people do read it. It has impact, but especially to the writer, to the one giving it. Feel that. Feel the importance of it. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.